Hello, everybody, and welcome to the True Love Talk channel. Here we want to learn about human sexuality and love based on the teachings that Pope John Paul II left in the Theology of the Body. I am Elisa, and today we're going to talk about why does love need to be total? So let's begin. Okay, so what does it mean that love needs to be total? Basically, that first of all, we need to give everything where we are in a relationship, everything the other person has, and everything of ourselves, especially in the two most important relationships in sexuality. Remember that human sexuality is a big spectrum of different possibilities, like friendship or having tutors, mentors, having siblings. But the two most important relationships are going to be romantic relationships, the spousal bond, and the parent child relationship. The love of the father for the child, of the parent for the child, which is completely different from the love of the child to the father. In the love for the child of the to the father is not so important as it is. It's not as important as the love from the parent to the child. So we have to give everything, especially everything the other person needs. But also, what we need, it has to be total in the sense that we love the other person totally, that we love all of the other person. And that means even loving their defects, well, defects. The point is, how do we love something that annoys us, right? Understanding what it is. A quality or a defect, deep down, is just a feature of the personality. And these are usually neutral, see, neutral in value. They're, they simply are. They're neither good or bad. We call them a quality when we like them, and we call them a defect when we disliked it. So, um, let's say, for example, a child or a person that likes to study, a big geek, a nerd, right? To his teachers and to his parents, this is going to be a great feature, a great characteristic. So they're going to call it a quality. And they're going to tell the child, never change, this is great, keep studying. But for his classmates, this could be absolutely annoying because this is the kid that always gets good grades, that always tells the teacher that they had homework and that he has done it, and he's annoying, so they're going to tell him that it is a defect. Is it really one or the other? Actually, neither. It just is. So to love a defect, what I need to do is understand what it is and judge from there if I can decide. Remember that love is an emotion, so it has a lot of decision, and decide to love it. For example, let's say that I am married to a very, very neat and organized guy. And when every time I get from work, I want to throw my shoes into a corner because I want to relax. And as soon as I take off my shoes and throw them into the corner, the guy yells, right? Pick up the shoes from the corner. I don't want them there, blah blah blah. And I say, I hate this, right? This is a defect. I need to understand where is this coming from? It's coming from the fact that he is very organized. And what does it mean that he is organized? It means that I can never throw my shoes in a corner, but it also means that I don't have to clean after him and that he's going to help me with the household chores. So I have to basically weight it in a balance. Which is more important for me, to throw my shoes in the corner? And if so, I have to say, you know what? I cannot choose to love you as you deserve. Honestly, I need to throw my shoes in the corner. Or if I say I can live an entire life not throwing my shoes in the corner, as long as I don't have to clean after this other person, then I think, you know what? I choose to love. Definitely yes, because I like it enough. Usually, these characteristics are good. All personality characteristics are good because they make part of God's plan for us. And God has a really good plan for us. And the way He imagined each and every one of us, it's pretty amazing. So, yeah, it's usually good. However, we human beings do something really weird, and is we usually judge very harshly characteristics and features of the person that cannot be changed and that honestly are not bad. But when it comes to actions, which can be judged and can be changed and our decisions, this is what we choose to say that they're bad. So, no, oh, or to let slide. No, we let them slide even if they're bad. So let's say that I personally am 5 feet. I don't think I have an inch over 5 feet. Okay, so I'm very short, and people can tell me this is so bad. Is it bad, really? I mean, it's inconvenient. Yes, sometimes there are high shelves and I can't reach them without a chair. But honestly, as long as I have chairs, this is not an issue. And also, there's nothing I can do about it. So honestly, it's not really bad. However, we as human beings have made certain, I don't know, criteria of beauty that tells me that I am not well, that it is not okay. But what is something that I can choose to not do? I can choose to be a decent person, or I can choose to beat the crap out of my friends, right? That mistreating the other person, that violence is something that should never be accepted. And that is something that is not human and is not part of human personality. Nobody in the world is born a beater or a cheater or a violent person. Nobody is. We choose to do that. And that is the part that we need to reject. That is the part that cannot ever happen, especially because it is not part of love. Nobody can be loved if they're a victim. First of all, because we are not treated as human beings, and second, because the humanity in the other person is also ruined. Remember that sexuality is about developing humanity, because our humanity is developed in love. So when we accept relationships that are violent, we are actually castrating ourselves once again. So, any other characteristics such as being short or being organized or being a big geek, honestly, I am a geek and I love it. That is something that you can accept, and we should recognize that this is always good. But when it comes to violence, we should never ever accept it or allow it in our relationships. So, to know if we totally love the other person, first of all, make sure that you're not being a victim. And second, when it comes to defects and all those annoying characteristics of the other person, I usually say do the magic wand test. And the magic wand test is, imagine that God gave you a magic wand that as soon as you touch the other person, that characteristic that annoys you so much disappears. If you had that magic wand, would you use it? I mean, would you really? Going back to the example of my very organized husband, right? If I say, you know what, it's so important for me to throw my shoes in the corner that I am actually going to use it, I am not loving the other person totally and not as he is. I am asking him to become something that he is not, because I don't want him for him, but to fulfill what I want. And that is not real love. That is not a total love. But if I have the magic wand in my hand and I say, no, no, God, you know what? Keep it. I don't need it. That's when you know this is definitely true love. Okay? So, in our next video, we're going to talk about the other two characteristics of love that I have told you. It's also faithful and fruitful. Those are going to be the topics of our next video. Okay, so that was it. I'm glad to see that you decided to stay until the end of the video. If you have any questions or any comments, please write them down in the comment section below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And well, that's it. Have a nice have a nice blessing. Have a nice day and lots of blessings for everybody. Bye.